and the Virginia Tech Hokies. Hi, everybody. Brad Nessler, Lee Corso, and Kirk Herbstreit here to bring you all the action of this football game. We've got an early season ACC matchup for you today, and I'm really looking forward to this one.
North Carolina has a very good defense, and one of the major reasons why is because this young, strong safety. Whether he's playing center field in zone coverage or providing run support in the running game, this guy always seems to be making a solid impact around the ball.
Let's get this thing started with a coin toss, sponsored by Coke Zero. The pregame festivities are over, and we're just about set to get this game underway. And this game is now underway. He makes it out to maybe the 29-yard line. And here comes the quarterback onto the field, set to lead this. For the first time today. They'll start at the 29. We've got a 1st and 10. The defense has about 7 defensive backs on the field. Receivers got it on the screen. At the 40, at the 30, to the 20, to the 10, and he will score. And there he is again, folks. It's Mr. All-American coming down with a huge catch for the touchdown.
It's almost not fair to ask anybody to cover this guy man-to-man. He has all the intangibles that make up a great receiver.
They don't call him one of the best wide receivers in the country for nothing, Coach.
He splits the uprights for the extra point. So we take a moment to check out the Pontiac drive summary. They line up to kick this one away. Here's the kick. From the 7. Tackle at the 30. So now let's see how the offense responds as they take the field down 7-0.
Guys, I know it's early in this game, but this quarterback needs to step up and make a statement right now. A good drive could do wonders for his team's confidence.
They'll start this drive at the 30-yard line. They come out in a goal line set. Gives it to the back. He's tackled at the 42. And what a run!
And here's a stat for you. This kid ran a 4.3, non-win aided 40. Now that's fast.
Non-win aided? What are you talking about? I don't care if he had to win or not. This kid can fly.
Takes it right and brought down right away. Maybe a yard on the run by the tailback. So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 42-yard line. There are 4 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. Now he tries to buy some time. Decides to tuck it in, and he's got space. And a big gain on a quarterback scramble.
Easy play there. The receivers run the defenders off, and all the quarterback has to do was run to the vacant spot on the field.
And don't forget about the awareness of the quarterback, recognizing the coverage and having the courage to tote it downfield.
To the right and tackle him.
The ball carrier, 3-yard gain on the play.
It's 2nd down and 7 to go. Ball on the 42. They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. Back to pass. Lets it fly. Swatted away.
The safety did an excellent job of reading the play. He looked up, found the ball, knocked it down.
That's exactly what you're taught to do as a defensive back, and that's why he's on the field making plays.
The defense is in the nickel. He drops back. Whoa! He just took a licking.
What a hit. That was like a truck taken on a bicycle. He really got him good on that one.
Yeah, that was something else. What a hit.
Oh, excellent punt. This one will go into the end zone, and they'll bring it out to the 20. Guys, their last possession, they really had good success passing the ball.
Hey, if you ask me, I'd air it out some more.
Lee, I agree. Make them show you that they can stop it before you change things up.
They go with the run, and they'll get him in the backfield.
That's the cornerback that got in there and made that play, Kirk.
Well, he's known for locking down receivers, but that doesn't mean he won't come up and lay the lumber on the ball carrier.
They're in the shotgun with 3 wide receivers. Here's the option. Tackle made around the 22-yard line. They'll get 2 on that one. Here's 3rd and 8. Ball on their own 22. Offset I formation in the backfield. Caught, and he's hit immediately. The wideout made a good-looking grab there.
You're right, and the quarterback threw it as soon as he saw he had that extra step.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 33-yard line. They line it up with 3 receivers. They'll drop him for a loss.
Wow, that was the cornerback who got into the backfield there. How about that for some run support?
Well, when you've got a guy that can cover receivers and come in and make big hits in the running game, then you know you've got a special cornerback.
This guy can cover like a corner and hit like a safety. That is something special.
Hands off, and not much room there as they try to work the left side. Pickup of a yard for the tailback.
Good stop there by this defensive end to bring down the ball carrier before he got many yards.
High formation here. And he is drilled at the 48-yard line. They pick up solid yardage there.
Yeah, nice little pitch and catch there. The wideout was able to find a little open space in the defense, and the quarterback was able to get him the ball for a good pickup.
The defensive back's moving in closer. It's on the ground. The defense has it. A nice recovery there by the cornerback.
He's used to going after interceptions, but a turnover is a turnover, and he'll take it any way he can get it.
I couldn't agree with you more, Coach.
Thanks, Kirk. That's what I like to hear.
Anytime, partner.
This drive will start at the 42. They line up in the jumbo set. Handoff to the right. Gains his way to midfield. 8 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 2. Ball on the 50. They come out in a goal line set. They work the right side, and there is nothing going there. Gain of 2. It's 3rd down, and they're about the length of the football away from the first down marker. They stack the line of scrimmage here. Let's see who's got the stronger lineman. That's not going to move the sticks.
This defense played some sound football out there and did a good job of not letting him get into any kind of rhythm.
It's 4th down, and the offense is getting set to go for it. You don't need 3 guesses to figure out what they're going to run right here on 4th and short. And he's tackled around the 46-yard line. Short gain there by the tailback, and he's still going to come away with a first down.
He got 2 yards on the play, and while it doesn't look like much on the stat sheet, it really helps out the offense.
It's 1st and 10. Scrambling around. And they got him. What a play by the freshman linebacker.
There's really nothing he could have done against a rush like that.
He couldn't have done much, but I'll tell you one thing he could have done. He could have thrown the ball away, Kirk. You know that. He could have thrown that ball away.
Gets it out to his receiver in a hurry. Nice play there to pick up the first down.
Kirk, that was quite an acrobatic catch. They don't get much better than that.
No doubt. He did a great job of getting up in the air, ignoring the defenders, and coming down with the ball.
Off the right side, doesn't get much. Good tackle. A 2-yard run by the halfback.
This kid's a real physical corner. He has no reservations about coming up in run support and putting a lick on a ball carrier. I love that.
And a great ball game so far as we reach the end of one. The score here in Chapel Hill, Virginia Tech 7, North Carolina nothing. Here's the 8th play of the series. It's second down. Going with the shotgun here. Looking for his man, incomplete.
That sailed over the receiver's head.
Yeah, this receiver is fast, but not that fast.
They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. Somehow gets the ball away.
Nice timing by the safety to get there and knock it away.
Well, that's his job, and he did it perfectly on that play.
So the kicker comes out. He'll try to put 3 points on the board. This one is from 48 yards away. It's up, looks long enough, and it's right down the middle. And now we're going to take a look at the Pontiac drive summary. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. He kicks it. Tackle made at the 29-yard line. A fumble really hurt this team's last drive. So let's see if they can make up for that blunder on this drive.
Kirk, turnovers are to an offense what donuts are to a diet. They just mess everything up.
Donuts, turnovers. Yeah, I guess they're both bad.
Yeah, but a donut sounds really good right now, sweetheart.
Single back set, 3 wide receivers. He's tackled at the 48. Good job to avoid the rush and get the pass off.
Well, when you're trying to get to the quarterback with the blitz, you better have some talented corners because they could end up on an island out there all alone.
Right in the middle, and he meets the defense. So they get about 3 on the draw.
3-yard gain on the play.
Second down and 7. Ball on the 49. The defense is lined up with an abundance of DBs. I count 7 on the field. He just couldn't juke the defender, and he's brought down. A nice 6-yard gain by the tailback there. It's 3rd and 1. There are 7 defensive backs on the field in this defense. Takes it and he's tackled short.
They attempted to pick up the first by running it, and they failed.
Yeah, the defensive line won the battle easily that play.
It's 4th down, and they're going to try to go for it. Virginia Tech is up by 4. The defense jumped, but I think a lineman moved first. So with that penalty, they'll move the chains.
Man, that is frustrating for a defense when you think you've made a stop, and then a flag gives them a first down.
Whoa, the coach is not happy with that call. I don't know if he's more mad at his players or the referee.
Pitch out to the right and tackled behind the line. Where in the world was he going on that run?
Well, that's a good question. I thought for a while he got his directions messed up.
2nd and long. Ball on the 45-yard line. The defensive backs moving in closer. Backfields in an offset I formation. Drops back to pass. It's complete. And they'll bring him down behind the line. Nothing going on that one.
The senior was stopped cold after he made that catch. Good coverage.
Third down now, and they need to get it to the 29. Offset I formation in the backfield. Throws off his back foot. It's broken up.
Great play by the defender.
Oh, yeah, he got his hand in there, broke up the pass, and that brings up fourth down.
They're trying to pin them deep with a solid punt right here. Booming kick. Little too much leg into that punt. They'll bring it out to the 20. Just about ready to call the first play of this drive. They were able to pick up a field goal on their last possession.
On that last drive, they took the ball deep out of their own territory and moved it up the field.
That was great offensive production. Everything really came together for them on that last drive.
He might have gotten a yard at best.
1 yard.
There was no room for the halfback to go anywhere right there.
That was a design run blitz by the middle linebacker, and they played the run about as well as you could.
It's second down and 9 to go. Ball on the 21-yard line. And they bring him down at the 39. The receiver did a nice job to separate himself from the defense on that one.
The defense is going to play man coverage out there. All the receiver has to do is get a step, and the quarterback's going to find it.
When the quarterback saw him break away, I'm sure he was licking his chops. They're lucky that that didn't go for 6.
And there's a penalty on the play. Let's see who it's on.
Holding. On the outside.
He didn't even try to hide it there. That was a blatant holding call.
They'll call that every time.
First and long. There are 4 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. He's going to try and scramble. Runs with it, and he's got room. Steps out of bounds at the 29. And that's their third first down of the drive.
Great blocking and great running equals very successful offense.
And they've looked really good on this drive, Coach. The defense needs to figure out a way to stop them, or else they're going to have no problem putting points on the board.
Run right and hit in the backfield. There's a player injured down on the field. I can't see who it is. So it's second and 13. Ball on the 32-yard line. They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. Heavy pressure, and down he goes. And they get a nice defensive play.
Well, here's a play you don't see very often. That time they brought pressure from the corner position, and the line couldn't pick him up, and he was able to wrap the quarterback up for a sack. That's a good defensive call.
It's amazing how fast the sophomore got in there to make that play. Boy, this kid can run.
Touchdown saving tackle, but it leaves them with a first and goal. Great pass play.
This guy comes up with a great catch here. He's got good hands, and when he's on, there's no one in America that can catch him.
First and goal from the 1. Expect to see something straight up the middle. All the big boys are on the field now. Both teams have their big sets out there. The quarterback just burrowed his way into the end zone on that one.
That's probably the simplest play you can run. Snap it and start pushing that defensive line backwards. The next thing you know, you're putting points on the scoreboard.
So the kicker will line up here and try to give his team a 3-point lead with this extra point. Score leads us to our Pontiac drive summary. The hands team comes on the field for this onside kick. And they're all lined up for the onside here. Kicks it away. Fielded at the 9. At the 40. Tackle made at the 44-yard line. The offense takes the field again. They were forced to punt their last time out. They'll start at the 44. There are 7 defensive backs on the field in this defense. They'll bring him down at the 48.
You know what? After a play like that, I wouldn't be the least bit surprised if they went to the air again.
If the defense wants to stop those quick throws, then they should really put somebody up on the line and bump these receivers to throw them off their routes.
Tackle made at the 43-yard line. Decent gain there, and they'll pick up the first down.
Yep, that was a good decision by the quarterback to throw the short pass to his receiver to get past the sticks.
We've got a 1st and 10. They come out with 4 wide out. And they make the stop around the 35-yard line.
If they keep this up, they're not going to see a 3rd down all drive.
That's the 2nd catch for this receiver on this drive alone. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go his way again.
Catches it, and he's looking for more. Brought down at the 26. And Herbie, that was a good-looking throw.
Yeah, and what impresses me is the composure of this young quarterback. He made a great read, saw the open receiver, and delivered an almost perfect strike. Good-looking play.
Offset eye formation in the backfield. Way to look it in.
Heck, they might as well keep throwing it the whole game if they're going to make big plays like that.
So they decide to bring the kicker out to try to get 3 points before the half ends. Expect the defense to turn it up a notch here in the red zone. And the field goal is good. And here's the Pontiac drive summary. It's halftime, and we've got a close one. The score here in Chapel Hill, Virginia Tech 10, North Carolina 9. The teams are lined up, and we're just about ready to start this second half. He'll take it from the 2. At the 30, and he's tackled at the 36. Time once again for this offense to come back out and start another drive. This drive will start at the 36-yard line. First down, 10 yards to go. Off the right side, doesn't get much. Good tackle. The running back gets 2 on the carry.
Yards are hard to come by on that play.
You're not going to be able to get by a sure tackler like this linebacker too often.
He scrambled, runs with it, and he's got room. Tackle made at about the 45. They'll get the first down.
The reason why he got so much room to run was because the defense didn't contain him.
Yep, Coach, he made the correct decision to tuck it and go.
They're packed in tight on the line. Runs it right and can't get away. Nice tackle. So at the most, he gains a few inches. They come out with 4 wide out. He's looking for his man, and it's going the other way. It's the senior corner. Tried to sidestep by there, but a good tackle on the play. Well, that's his first pick of the year, and it could not have come at a better time.
Yeah, he made a great play on the ball, and in a close game like this, that turnover can be very significant.
First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 42. The defense has about 7 defensive backs on the field. They hand it off, and he's in the open field. And they make the stop at the 39-yard line. I hope you didn't blink because the fastest running back we've seen all year just kept the drive alive with a big first down.
Fastest running back we've seen all year is a bold statement. But you know what, Brad? It's probably true.
The defense is lined up with an abundance of DBs. I count 7 on the field. Finds the junior. And we'll take a break while the injured player is attended to. Short yardage situation here. It's 2nd down and 1. High formation here. They might be coming here. And he's going to come up with a sack. So it's the defensive end that comes up with a sack.
Again, they brought the blitz, and the defensive end was able to get free and fight his way into the quarterback.
The play just didn't develop quick enough. They wanted to run the screen pass, but the defense was in there too quick.
Caught, and he's hit immediately. Well, he caught it, but it's almost no yards gained, and now it's 4th down.
Give props to the D here for coming up with a big stop on 3rd down.
Yeah, there's no way that short stuff is going to work on these guys. Great play to bring up 4th down.
No good, he hooked it right. So he can't put the ball through the uprights, and this ball will change possessions. Still, our score, Virginia Tech 10, North Carolina 9. The offense will start at the 34. It's 1st and 10. The defense sets up in the nickel. Brought down at the 38. 4 yards gain. It's 2nd and 6. Ball on their own 38. And we got the backup in there now at running back. Pulls it in, and he wants more. And down he goes around the 45-yard line. The quarterback just lasered that one down the field, Coach.
Yeah, the defender had no shot at breaking that pass up.
The defense lines up with 5 defensive backs. They go right, and he's tackled behind the line.
That was a fantastic play by this defense.
You're right. Poor halfback, he had nowhere to go.
There are 4 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. They bring him down. Great penetration to get in there and sack the quarterback.
Yo, sweethearts, this kid has really impressed me today. He provides great pressure, and he really adds to this great pass rush.
You know, when this defense gets into a one-on-one situation with an offensive tackle, he usually wins. To effectively keep this guy bottled up, you've got to double team him every single passing play.
The defense sets up in the nickel. How about that one?
Well, the corner made a pretty athletic play here getting to the football, but you know what? That ball was up for grabs and could have easily been picked off.
This one will be down at the 6.
Man, that sure was a great punt, Kurt.
Yeah, Coach, it really makes things difficult when you have to start this deep in your own territory.
They'll start this drive at the 6-yard line. And we got the backup in there now at running back. Option. And he's taken down at the 8-yard line. 2 yards there on the option keeper.
And that's the safety who stepped up to make that tackle.
Yep, this kid loves to creep in from the safety, and there he makes a big stop.
They line up in the pistol. 3 wide receivers in the formation. Pass complete and taken down immediately. The quarterback really kept his poise under pressure and delivered a pretty nice little ball right there.
Good decision here. Nice dump off. It's only 7 yards, but the offense will take that play every time.
Little handoff. Tackle right around the 18-yard line. And that'll be good enough to move the sticks.
Great run. And now we've got a new set of downs.
They come out with 4 wide out. Tipped away.
Number 10, the intended receiver on the play.
2nd down and 10 to go. Ball on their own 18. Virginia Tech is up 1. Pass complete, but out of bounds. Just couldn't drag a foot in bounds.
And it would have been one heck of a toe drag, that's for sure.
You got that right.
The defense comes up tight on the coverage. The intensity of this place is increasing. They'll run for it, and a big hit right there. That's a nice run, but it's short of the 1st down.
Heck of an effort by this kid, but he just couldn't get to the 1st down marker.
Good play by the defense to stop him just short.
And this one is a beauty. Room around the corner. He gets out to about the 48-yard line. And now a slight break in the action as the offense comes out onto the field for their next possession. The offense will start at the 48-yard line. It's 1st and 10. The defense will stack the line of scrimmage. And he's tackled in the open field. They get about 5 yards from the halfback. 2nd and 5. Ball on the 47-yard line. And we got a new man in there, running back. Can't find anyone open. Quarterback's going to run it, and he's got room to work. And he's shoved out of bounds at about the 27-yard line. He made a real nice play on that one.
I'll tell you what, in today's game, you have to have the ability to run the football. Give the quarterback a lot of credit. He made a great play and really gave his team a boost.
They hand it off. Oh, man, did he take a hit. Nice job by the running back, and that'll get him 7, maybe 8 yards. And, folks, it's neck and neck as we head to the final quarter of play. The score here in Chapel Hill, Virginia Tech 10, North Carolina 9. It's 2nd down, and they're about 2 yards away from the sticks. So their last red zone visit resulted in a touchdown. Let's see if the defense can hold them this time. Here's the give. And we'll take a break while the injured players attended to. First down, 10 yards to go. They line up in the jumbo set. To the right and tackled immediately. A couple, maybe 3 yards on that run.
That was the junior linebacker who'll get credit with the tackle there.
Defense lines up with 8 men in the box. Third down on the 12, and they can smell the goal line. They'll work from the shotgun. He's scrambling. What a play, and that is 1st and goal.
I talked to this receiver earlier in the week, and he comes up to me and says, "Yo, Coach, you're going to be calling my number this week. I'm going to make some big plays."
Well, he wasn't lying. That was definitely a big-time play.
And he's taken down around the 3-yard line. He gains a couple of yards on the carry.
Not a lot of yards there for the ball carrier.
That's because his safety did just a great job of reacting to the run and getting in there to make the tackle.
We've got 2nd and goal. This is the 9th play of this drive. Hand off, and he's met immediately.
I'll tell you what, for a defensive back, this kid is a sure tackler, and he showed it right there.
No question. You can tell these guys are very well coached when you see these kind of tackles.
He scrambled. Touchdown, and now they're in front. No one could break clear, so the QB decided to run it in.
You've got to like it when your leader takes things into his own hands, especially down inside the 10.
You'd be better off throwing the ball here. If you can roll out and buy some time.
And the quarterback stays on the field as they try for the 2-point conversion. There are 4 wide receivers split out. The quarterback in the gun. Throws under pressure, and it's picked off. They don't get it. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. And he got all of this one. Great kick. And down he goes at the 28-yard line. Coach, Herbie, what's your take right now?
I think it goes without saying that this is a very critical possession.
A touchdown would give them the lead, and a field goal would put them within striking distance.
They have to be thinking about getting the ball into the end zone because it's getting too late in the game to be thinking about field goal.
Hands it to the back. Tackle right around the 34. The tailback picks up 6 there on the misdirection. Second and 4. Ball on the 34. They line up with 1 running back in the backfield. 3 wide. They give to the tailback. They'll bring him down. at the 42. What an athlete. Does this guy have some wheels or what?
He's the fastest player on the football field right now. You can't name another guy out there who can beat this kid in a race.
I would say one of those corners, but I don't think they could keep up with him either.
The defense comes up tight on the coverage. Going with the shotgun here. They'll go with the fullback. And down he goes at the 46-yard line. About 4 yards on that play. Second and 5. Ball on their own 46. They line up in the shotgun. Passes it to the middle of the field. Brought down around the 48-yard line. The screen pass goes nowhere.
Well, you got to take your hat off to the defense. All week they preached over and over again how they were not going to let this kid use his speed in the open field, and they really shut him down that time.
And if you're a young, aspiring coach out there, I hope you're watching. That's exactly how to blow up a screen pass and shut down an athlete with breakaway speed.
He went deep, and it looked like it was going to be caught, but the defender broke it up at the last second.
Great play by the young man. He's flashing some real style in the secondary.
Looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down. They line up with one running back in the backfield. 3 wide. Throws incomplete, intended for his wideout. They went for it, but they were denied.
Well, that was a situation where they had to go for it.
I agree. They can't afford to let the other team hold on to the ball. The time is ticking away.
The offense just wasn't able to make a play. The defense was really clutch right there. Here's the halfback. And he's taken down at about the 41. A 7-yard run by the running back. They need about 3 yards to get the first here on 2nd down. And we got some fresh legs in there at tailback. Takes it right and brought down right away. Maybe a yard on the run by the tailback.
No gain on the play.
It's 3rd down, and they're about 2 yards shy of the sticks. They line up in the shotgun. He's scrambling. Rolls right. They'll make the sack.
Kind of looked like he hesitated a little bit too much here.
You're right, Kurt. The protection was good, but they're not going to hold him out there forever.
And that'll be 3 and out. 4th down. Looks like they're going to punt it away here. They're trying to pin them deep with a solid punt right here.
By the offense.
Looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down. Gets it out to his receiver in a hurry. There's a player injured, but it looks like it's just a stinger. First and 10. Ball on the 21-yard line. They come out in a goal line set. The halfback with a carry. And they make the stop at the 19. 2-yard pickup. Second and 8. They line this one up in the shotgun. 4 wide receivers split out in the formation. Dangerous throw. This one's picked off. He has some room. And it's a whole new ball game. Not taking into account the end result there, guys, but do you agree with that call, or should they have run the ball?
Well, it may have been the best play call in the world. However, it's up to the quarterback to go out and execute the play properly. So to answer your question, Brad, I do agree with the call here. I just don't think the quarterback made a very good decision.
Not so fast, my friend. It's not like this team was losing the game. They had no business putting the ball in the air, especially in the 4th quarter.
Virginia Tech to kick this one off. And this one's away. He's to the 10. He makes it out to maybe the 20-yard line. The offense comes out to start this drive, and they're hoping for a better result as they threw a pick on their last possession.
In the long run, this team will be all right, as long as they can avoid those types of turnovers.
Yep, it's no coincidence that the teams that win the highest turnover margin are usually the teams at the top of the BCS standings year after year.
And he tried to run it.
Sometimes having a quarterback run with the ball can be effective if the defense isn't expecting it. But they were all over him on that play.
Looks to pass. Tries to thread the needle. It's picked off. He tries to juke, but they bring him down. First and 10. Ball on 24. Virginia Tech up a point. Under a minute left. To the right and tackled immediately. Pickup of a yard for the tailback.
1-yard gain on the play. Timeout called by the defense.
Second and 8 coming up here. Ball on the 23-yard line. They come out with a big set. Inside handoff. Tackle made right around the 12-yard line. How about that run by this halfback?
You know what? When this offense can run the ball like this, watch out. They can score quickly.
Watch out is right, because now you got to worry about the run and the pass on defense.
It's first down. They'll line it up at the 12. And this should be a kneel down as they just try to kill the clock. Takes a knee. And now's a good time to give thanks to our production team, all of those who helped us out on the technical side, and all the great camera work, and our entire EA Sports broadcasting team who've worked very hard to make this game possible. This one comes to an end. Our final count in this game, Virginia Tech 16, North Carolina 15. Kirk, any final thoughts here as we take a look at our Pontiac game-changing performance?
This is just a tough loss to take. North Carolina walks away from this game utterly disappointed because they nearly pulled off one of the biggest upsets in school history. But you know what? I think after the initial hurt wears off, these guys will be proud of the way they played today.
Well, thanks for joining us for another presentation of NCAA Football 09. For Lee, Kirk, and everyone here at EA Sports, I'm Brad Nessler saying goodbye, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you for attending today's ball game. Please drive home safely.